Hey y'all, I'm laying down. Came from the gym. Y'all, let me tell y'all how trifling I be. I don't care. Y'all, I be going to the gym and then I like go get some ice cream and stuff. We went to go get some ice cream. Sure did. But this isn't gonna be a long video. I just watched this video and this guy was delivering this pizza. And I guess he could see on the app how much the person tipped him. And so when he delivered the pizza, the person had a Ring camera. And he was like, hey, I just wanted to double check. I'm delivering your pizza, pardon me, and I saw that you gave me a really, really generous tip. He was like, it was $200. He was like, so I wanted to make sure that that was right. And if it was, he was like, wow, thank you so much. He said, I almost feel bad for even taking it. He was like, but thank you. And that right there made me think. I was like, wow, it's not abnormal for us to think that we're the only ones going through something, right? But in that moment, I was like, wow, sometimes I feel like I'm the only person that has a hard time, and I'm using hard time loosely, but that kind of has different thought processes about receiving things from people. This is not more so about asking for help, but it's just about receiving the kindness from other people, right? So when I saw that, I was like, wow, I'm not the only person. Obviously, I know I'm not the only person, but that made me feel like, wow, I'm not the only person that feels like that. And then I began to think, like, why do we feel like we don't deserve certain things? Like, I was thinking, what about him made him feel in that moment that he doesn't deserve a $200 tip? And I was like, he could think, oh, well, I'm just delivering pizzas. Maybe that's not worth $200. Not saying that delivering pizzas is a bad job, but I was like, no, I don't think it was work related. I think it's just something that we struggle with as human beings because we really don't always think about the value of who we are, number one. And we also don't always realize that, and this is just my personal opinion, we also don't realize that we're not the only nice people in the world. Like, how, like for me, when I do things for people, like I'll leave good tips or, I'll give someone encouraging words or, I'll try to be really nice. I'll offer to pay for something, da 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 da. And I've had people be like, oh no, it's okay. It's okay. And I'm like, no, I'm sure. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not the only person in the world that likes to just be nice or likes to be a blessing or sees a need and just want to meet the need. And even if it's not a need, like I said, just want to be a blessing to someone, want to put a smile on someone's face, want to make someone feel good. And I'll always remember this. Something that my aunt said to me one time. She was trying to do something for me, and it was along the same similar lines of what I just got done explaining. She was trying to do something for me. I was like, no, 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 it's okay. It's okay. And she was like, you have to realize that God did not just create you to be a blessing to people and to help people, number one. And she was like, number two, how do you know that a person doesn't want to just sow into who you are to receive something positive back? The Bible says that, if you believe the prophet, so shall you be established. And if you sow, you can prosper, what have you. And like, y'all, I don't even know if I quoted that right, but y'all know what it say. But when she said that, I was like, you know what? That is true, because it's not that when I do things for people that I'm like, okay, God, I'm going to do this because I'm expecting you to bless me. No. But the other half of it is, I'm like, you know what? I'm not the only person that God put on earth to help people or to be a blessing or to just want to make somebody smile. You don't even be wanting to look for a blessing back. You just like to make people feel good. You like to make people smile and what have you. And so I just thought about that. I was like, we all seem to have that struggle probably at some point or may have it in the future. where you kind of have take a second to think like, am I deserving? Am I worthy? But I just want to encourage you to, he shot her in the leg. Y'all, I be watching For My Man and Fatal Attraction. If you don't know what it is, look it up. First of all, let's start. I'm going back to my point. First of all, let's start with For My Man. These women be blowing me. I'm like, why are they letting the man talk them into doing all of this stuff? This man socked this woman so hard, she had to get her jaw wired shut. And she said after he socked her, because she would have a hard time, like, she had to have her mouth wired shut. So she said she would have a hard time going to sleep because of the pain. And she said he would put pressure under her jaw to kind of relieve some of the pressure on the wires. I can't really explain what she's trying to say, but I know what she's trying to say. Like, pushing up to relieve some of the pressure from the wires, just having to hold her mouth straight. And she said he would do that for her every night for like 8 weeks until she got the wires off. Child, she said the day she got the wires off, he was like, yep, all right, wires is off, go right back in them streets. Then like a couple weeks later, he shot her in the leg. And For My Man is a show basically just about these women that are doing things for men and they end up in prison. It's so sad. But some of the stories, they actually talk to the victim, or they talk to the person that was like doing all the crimes and stuff with the man, with the guy that they were interested in. It's crazy. And then baby, Fatal Attraction is my show. If y'all don't know by now, y'all should know I love murder mysteries. Any type of murder mysteries and any type of sports documentaries, sign me up. But Fatal Attraction, I really like it is because it's I don't like it because it's about murders, but I really like it because it's all African American stories. And it's just about, people losing their lives for certain situations, fatal attraction, like they're dating somebody or married or what have you. And the stories be so sad. I don't know why I like murder mysteries and, the first 48. I watch all type of murder mysteries. I think it's because I have such a psychology background and I'm always so interested in the way the mind works, the way the mind processes. And so when I watch these shows, I actually hate to see like the killings and stuff. I don't like when they don't show like details of like the bodies and stuff, but when the scenery and going through all of that, I don't like that. Like when she just got shot in the leg, I'm like, oh. But I just be thinking about, what is this person thinking? What would make them do that? I just like looking at the characteristics of people, why they make some of the decisions that they make, how they process after, whether it's the victim or whether it's the person who's committing the crime or what have you. I also like to watch like American Greed, because I like to look at the fact that these people are getting over on people. And I'm like, what are you thinking? You just stealing people hard-earned money and, it's just, I just like the thought process. I just like to pay attention to what I think is a thought process for people. I like American Greed. I like Trap Queens, where people talk about, they tell their story of how they was in the streets and da-da-da. Anyway, that was a side note. But yes, so if you are a person that does struggle, not even just asking for help, because it's not what this video is about, but where you are like, why, when someone does something nice, why am I so quick to say, no, you don't have to, that's okay. And here's the thing. I know a large part of our minds wants to say, because we just don't want to inconvenience people and we're just thinking about the well-being of them. But guess what? Somebody wants to think about the well-being of you. Somebody wants you to be okay. Somebody wants to take the load off of you. Somebody wants to make you smile. Somebody wants to make you happy. And always remember, I know this is the thing that helps me a lot. You are not the only person that is put on this earth to make someone smile, to think about somebody, to want to do something nice, to want to make somebody feel special. And so before you quickly tell that person, no, it's okay, think of it as you're telling God, no, it's okay. You're telling God that he doesn't know that you need to feel good today. He doesn't know that you need a couple extra dollars, or he doesn't know that, God's not worthy enough to know when you want to be blessed, when you want to be thought of, when you want to feel special, or right. So just think that the next time somebody wants to do something nice and be a blessing to you and you tell them no, don't look at it as you're telling them no. Look at it as you're telling God that he doesn't know what's best for you. That's something that helped me. When my aunt told me that, like, how do you know that God didn't tell me to do this and you are trying to deny me over and over and over again? Because what? Because you are telling yourself that you think you're doing me a favor by saying, no, 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 it's okay, it's okay. She was like, you actually are not doing me a favor. You're actually being an offense. And I was like, I never thought of it that way. So understand this. God knows what's best. That's God's way of letting you know. Let's just say that's his way of letting you know that he's thinking about you, that he wants to do something for you, and he needs to use people to do it. So don't tell them no, and definitely don't tell God no. Try to work on doing it with gratitude, doing it with a smile, letting the person know, thank you so much. I so appreciate it. This was such a blessing. Or, if you're like at work and you really can't say blessing or whatever, just show your appreciation. Because I'm telling you, that actually will go a lot further than telling the person no thank you. I love y'all. We'll talk soon.